Morning. Right, day 3 rewire. Right, today I'm going to get on with some second fix, try and get this ground floor circuit for the sockets anyway, try and get that tested and energised if possible. I'm going to get the lads to look at rewiring the kitchen, and I think, depending on how that goes, is we're going to try and do it without damaging the tiles. Highly unlikely, but got to try something, haven't you? So I'm going to try and sort that out. I'm going to look at testing out the sockets upstairs, which are on the original newer bit as such. So if I can get that all sorted, then I'm basically in a much better position. So like I say, if you do like the channel and you haven't subscribed, links in the corner. Make sure you turn the subscription on, turn the notifications on, and let's get cracking. Right, so we're in the loft conversion bit. So I've tested the ring final out up here. That's tested out okay. So there was just basically a little neutral to earth bolt, which I've found is behind the socket, so that's fine. Okay, so that's come back, good readings, passed out okay. So just come to do the lights and they failed. Lo and behold, now I've dropped. Well, I say Lewis and Jack are in there in the bathroom together, holding hands. So they've just dropped all the down lights down for me and come and have a look. And look at that. So these have got all GU10s in them, and they are burnt to an absolute crisp. So I've got all these. I think one of the worst ones is this one here, where it's actually set on fire. You see all that? All split in and stuff. It's literally, obviously, rock hard they are. Now there's that issue, and the other issue I've got is, I don't know whether you can see that very well. You probably can't see that very well, but I haven't got any clear void. So it's wired up like an absolute special case, should I say. It's just, this is how it's all been left. So it's just like this. So it's an absolute dog's dinner. Now it's like that there. This one's not as bad, to be fair, but so it's a mess. So my issue is as well, the cables are ran in between the layers of Celotex as well, by all accounts. So what I'm here for is not really to be rewiring this if I can help it. The upstairs stuff, leave it alone. Didn't really want to be getting involved in all that. So what I'm going to do now is, I think I'm going to have to do something a bit more drastic than what I'd planned. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take the advice of, I'm going to ring technical up at the NIC, see what their views on it. I know what mine are, but I want to see from their point of view. Yes, they're all LED downlights fitted, that's going to be fitted in here, but I can't see it looking too good. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is, because obviously all the downstairs sockets are all second fixed now, some of the lights are all second fixed, but we've not energised anything yet. So this is throwing a bit of a curveball, because if I can get on with this, then it makes life a lot easier if I can get this sorted. So I'll catch up with you in a bit once I know what we're looking at. Right, so I've just spoken to technical through the NIC, EIC, explained the situation, what we've got, and also knowing the homeowner and stuff, not knowing, he ain't going to want to go through all the expense of having to do all this unless it's absolutely 1,000,000% essential. So after speaking to the NIC technical, what he said, because obviously what visually seeing that it's burnt and all the rest of it, is see if we can get the cables back to a state where they're not actually burnt. And after talking to him, like we were saying, is where the downlights have gone up, so like here, so when they push those up, is the excess cable there is what's actually been caught, and that's what's burnt, rather than the cables going through. Now in between, so there's, let me hold that back a bit, so you've got a light here, and then your next one's like there. So I can't visually inspect all the way through there, but my argument with as well with it is that I can't visually inspect 90% of it because it's under the floor or it's in the walls and all the rest of it anyway. So after speaking to him, he said, right, best thing to do is if you can cut all the damaged bits out that you can see and you can get back to some decent cable, then you're fitting down lights which cannot be changed for, which is these ones here. They cannot be changed for any different lamps either, so you can't put a GU10 lamp in there, so you can't, you know, if you know John Smith's got a load of halogens in his shed, you know, an LED lamp goes and he can stick that in. Can't do any of that anymore. And these are appropriate to be within insulation as well, the actual from the manufacturer's side, so that ticks that box. Like you said, just code it up on there as so your reference method 103, which, like he was saying, is actually for stud walls that's where the cables are completely enclosed in the insulation, which, like he said, that's the worst possible one, which is effectively what we've got here, although there's not stud in between, but it's, you know, the cable's enclosed in within the insulation. So I said, okay, that's fine. And he said the maximum downgrading, because it's a 1 mil we've got going into twin and earth, the maximum then that I can use is 8 amps. We're supplying it with a 6 ampere CBO anyway, so he said it can't, so the overload's fine, we can't worry about that side of things. So he said, in fairness, if you got to that stage and then it tests out okay, then really you can recommend it, put it all in your certificate, note it all down, and then take it from there. So that's basically what we're doing at the minute. So Lou he's just fitting all the rest of these downlights up now. So we've just ripped round, put all the new ones in, so we've not actually pushed them up yet. But some of them are horrific. The actual wiring is just literally just snapping off. So we've managed to cut it up. Like you say, they are really short now. They are short as you can possibly want them. So I can't really do anything more with those. So yeah, so that's, I've just tested it. I've just done my insulation resistance test again, and I'm now reading back, I think it is, I don't know what it was, like 680, you know, mega ohms, so on my IR. So yeah, so we're all good as far as I can see. So we've got this bit sorted now. So what I need to do is get these back on, test it all as a complete now, and then really I'll have a discussion with the client later on. But it is a hell of a job to sort all this out, as in if he says no, I want it completely took out. But like I said to the NIC, that no matter what I do, even if I pull this ceiling down, the way this is constructed, it's still going to be within the insulation. Even, all right, I could put some Copex, something like that with a cable around, but it's still going to be downgraded, isn't it? So it's one of them. So that's where we're at anyway at the minute. So I just thought I'd show you that. But yeah, it's been, but I don't know how this is wired. Such a weird way of wiring it. Like I say, we've took the fronts off, and we've got, which they've obviously used just a certain amount of cores on it, but I don't really know why they've done it. Why they've not just brought your permanent live neutral, permanent live and neutral and earth up, and then come in and out. They've just put loads of, like, used twin and earth and just used them as singles almost. It's right weird setup, but such is life. Right, so we're coming to the end of the day, to be fair, and right, Lou's sorted the upstairs stuff, so I've been around testing, tested all my new lights on the ground floor, tested the sockets, they're all good to go. So Lou's been filling all these bits in as well. So Jack's been second fixing all the lights and stuff like that. So I've just been doing my testing, so I've got some really good results on there, which is what I'd expect anyway. But so realistically, I haven't done anything in the kitchen that I wanted to do other than drop all the fronts and stuff off. So I think what we're going to do tomorrow, we're going to board all the channels, which are these beauties, board all the channels, get all them sorted. It's took longer, you see, doing all those lights upstairs and fault finding and trying to sort all that out than what I anticipated. So what I think I'm going to do now is, because we've got quite a lot of rubbish and stuff here, we're going to bag it all up, and get it all gone so we can sort of start afresh. So it's quite a bit of tidying up, but we're trying to close rooms off now. So I'll take you this way. So like the bathroom's finished. This bedroom here is finished, so we've got the light switch on. Blue's just put some filler in up there and on the ceiling. Same in that room. So I've got my cables down into the cupboard in there. So I've got my new board that's going to be delivered tomorrow, I think, courtesy of Consumer Unit World. So thanks George for sorting that out. So like I say, I ordered it, it'll be here tomorrow, so you can use the discount code GHawk10 for a 10% discount. There you go. So happy days. So we sort that, and then like I say, this is the other thing I need to speak to the client about, because all the Hager, I always use Hager for all my switch gear and things like that, but where there's been tiles, that means that's recessed rather than using his original chrome ones, which are massive compared to the other ones. So I need to ask him, because if I can rewire this kitchen without damaging any of the tiles, which fingers crossed I can, then it will make more sense to put that back on so I can cover that up, because that looks horrific. Don't like that. But yeah, so there you have it. I thought I'll keep you up to date. Like I say, my cables are all sorted. I think I'll leave it there. So thanks for watching. Like I say, catch me tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and if you have, thank you very much. We all appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow.